Hey, LS11 Universe, it's Xander, and welcome back to AEW Universe Mode. We have a huge show ahead of us tonight. We're going to be kicking the show off with Chris Jericho versus Eddie Kingston. We've got two title matches tonight as Buddy Matthews makes another TNT Open challenge, and in the main event, Sting steps into the LS11 Universe ring for the first time as he challenges MJF for the AEW title. So we have some singles action to kick us off tonight, ladies and gentlemen, because last week's episode ended in a very surprising manner. When Jon Moxley got the win last week over Miro in the main event, this man, Chris Jericho, showed up with his baseball bat and beat the absolute hell out of Jon Moxley with it, leaving Moxley laying with a code breaker, laughing at him, and saying no more games. Chris Jericho this week making his way to the ring for the opening contest. So Chris Jericho making his way to the ring. Jericho looking to try and get himself back into the world title picture in AEW. Jericho makes his way to the ring. But he takes on one of Jon Moxley's closest friends in the AEW locker room. Eddie Kingston, the Mad King, making his way to the ring to take on Chris Jericho. So Kingston and Jericho kick us off. Here we go, and I apologize for Kingston's attires being reversed. I just can't get it to work for some reason. I've tried flipping them with files, but it just doesn't work. As Aubrey trying to get between the two, Jericho smacks Kingston in the face. And now Eddie Kingston throws Jericho across the ring off the turnbuckle. Eddie Kingston gets kicked in the back. Jericho grabs him into an O'Connor roll. Jericho, cover on Eddie. Went for one, but no. Eddie Kingston got the shoulders up immediately. Jericho went for a right hand. Eddie Kingston turns it into a neck breaker. And Kingston with an elbow drop to Jericho. Eddie Kingston goes for a kick to the back. Jericho out of the way. Jericho driving Eddie Kingston into the mat. Looking for a skull-crushing finale on that one. And there's a shot from Kingston. Kingston now knocking Jericho into the ropes. Eddie Kingston now into a bulldog choke on Jericho. Jericho slides out of it, though, and Jericho kicking Eddie in the back. Jericho now getting Kingston back up to his feet. Jericho went for a chop. Eddie with a right hook. And now Eddie Kingston with a clothesline. Grabs Jericho, drags him to the center of the ring. Eddie Kingston into a cover. He covers Jericho for the win. 1, 2, no. And now Jericho getting picked back up to his feet. Kingston's got him up. Eddie Kingston has Jericho up. Jericho counters. Turns it into a reverse DDT. Jericho getting Eddie back up to his feet. And Jericho. Forearm strike to Eddie. Forearm again. Jericho firing away at this point. There's a chop. And again. Eddie Kingston fighting back into it. And Eddie throws Jericho into the corner. Clothesline. Takes him down. He grabs a hold of him now. Eddie Kingston's got Chris Jericho. Eddie Kingston gets him up. Suplex. Takes down Jericho. Jericho ducking under the bottom rope now. And Chris pulling himself back up to the outside on the apron. Eddie Kingston goes for a right hook. Jericho counters. Jericho going up to the top rope is Jericho. Punches Eddie Kingston. Drops down with an elbow strike. And now Chris Jericho went for a head clap. Eddie countered. Eddie Kingston went for a clothesline. Jericho, head clap, puts him in the ropes. And Chris Jericho now with Eddie Kingston. Takes him down, and Jericho slingshots Eddie into the bottom rope. Eddie Kingston grabbing his throat there. And now Jericho grabs Kingston, drags him to the center of the ring. Jericho into Lion Salt. 1, 2, no. Chris Jericho now picking Eddie Kingston back up to his feet. Jericho went for a forearm. Eddie countered. And now Eddie Kingston. Oh, what a punch to the gut of Jericho. And now Kingston getting himself back up to his feet. Eddie Kingston with a big Uranagi from the Mad King. And a drop kick to the back. Eddie Kingston looking to avenge his friend tonight. Looking to avenge his brother, Jon Moxley. Eddie turns him over into a cover again. Eddie Kingston. 1, 2, no. Jericho gets the shoulder up. Eddie now with a drop kick to the back of Jericho. And Eddie Kingston grabs Jericho, turns him over. Jericho kicks him in the head. And Jericho now kicks him in the ribs. DDT to Eddie. Into a cover. 1, no. Jericho forearm strike. Eddie Kingston goes for a punch. Jericho counters into a forearm. Eddie Kingston putting the ropes again. Jericho. Oh god, he's got to do it again. Slingshots Kingston throat first into the bottom rope again. And Jericho went for a forearm. Kingston knocks him back into the ropes. And now Jericho sent off the ropes by Eddie. Eddie Kingston with a clothesline to Jericho. Nearly took his head off with that one. And now Eddie throws Jericho in the corner. Eddie Kingston kicks him in the ribs. Headbutts him. Forearm strike. What's Eddie Kingston doing? Kingston goes to the outside. Jericho's hung up in the ropes. Eddie Kingston with a drive-by drop kick. Kingston with a drive-by drop kick. Eddie going up to the top rope. Eddie Kingston. Oh god! Codebreaker! 1, 2, no! Kingston kicked out of the Codebreaker. And now Jericho, a bit of a throwback there. Come off the ropes. Shoulder block. Jericho off the ropes again. Eddie Kingston throws him over the top. Jericho going up. Chris Jericho. Double axe handle. And now Jericho picking Eddie Kingston up. Jericho. Whoa, Eddie counters. Eddie throws him into the corner. Eddie Kingston. Jericho counters. Jericho. Clothesline into a bulldog. Takes down Eddie. And Jericho now picking him back up to his feet. And Chris Jericho takes down Eddie. And Jericho into the walls. Turns him over. Walls of Jericho. Eddie Kingston, though, he says no. Eddie Kingston is one of those never say die guys. It's an admirable thing about Kingston. But he grabs Jericho and sends him back first into the mat. Jericho counters. Jericho with a chop to Eddie. And another. Puts him in the ropes. Chris Jericho again takes him down, grabs the legs, and slingshots him into the bottom rope. Jericho picks him back up to his feet, and Chris Jericho. Head clap attempt. Eddie Kingston countered. Eddie grabs him now, and Eddie with another Uranagi to Jericho. Goes for a kick. Jericho goes for a kick himself. Enziguri from Chris Jericho. Eddie Kingston goes down now. Jericho throws him across the ring. Into the corner. Jericho approaching Kingston. Goes to grab hold of him. Eddie counters. Eddie throws a punch. Jericho gets caught. Eddie Kingston. Discus clothesline. Turned Chris Jericho inside out. Cover. 1, 2. Jericho gets the shoulder up. These two have been putting on a brutal fight these first few minutes of the show tonight. Goes for a spinning back fist. Jericho. Judas effect. 1, 2, 3. Jericho hits that brutal Judas effect. Eddie Kingston and Chris Jericho put on a fight tonight. But in the end, Jericho managed to hit Kingston with the Judas effect, and Chris Jericho gets the win. Jericho calling for a microphone. Hey Mox, see what I just did to your pal Eddie? Well, when your little head heals up and you get the nerve to come back to Dynamite to face me like a man, well, things are only going to get worse for you, Mox. Because when it does, I'm going to cave your skull in with the Judas effect and you're going to fall before me. Everyone here and everyone around the world will watch as Chris Jericho climbs the ranks, rises back to the top of AEW, and I become AEW World Champion. So rest easy, Mox. You're going to need all the help you can get when you come back to Dynamite. Well, the only thing I can say now is we got more action coming up next. We have some tag team action coming up next, ladies and gents, because out first tonight, Evil Uno, Stu Grayson, and Anna Jay, the Dark Order, making their way to the ring. Uno and Grayson are going to be in action first. So Uno and Grayson making their way to the ring. So Dark Order make their way to the ring. They take on part of the Undisputed Elite, who's ready for a super kick party. Because here come the Young Bucks. Matt and Nick Jackson. With Adam Cole, they've called themselves the Super Click, but now they're the Undisputed Elite. Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks, making their way to the ring. The Young Bucks make their way to the ring. We haven't seen the Young Bucks in tag action lately, but we're seeing them tonight, as it is Evil Uno, and I believe that's Matt Jackson. Yes, it is Matt Jackson. I'm sorry, I have only been watching the Young Bucks since AEW started. I still have a hard time telling who's who sometimes. As Matt Jackson, spinning wheel kick, puts him in the corner. And now Matt throws him off the ropes, into the corner. Matt Jackson off the ropes. Bulldog to Evil Uno. Picking him up to his feet now is Matt. Kicks out the knees. Uno taken out. And now Matt picking him back up to his feet. Grabs hold of him. Throws him across the ring into the corner. Tag made to Nick. And now the Bucks. Here we go. Looks like we're getting our first two super kicks of the night. Throws two consecutive super kicks together. And now Nick picking him back up to his feet. Nick Jackson for a forearm. Gets kicked in the ribs. Now Evil Uno grabs hold of him and throws him across the ring. Now what's Uno thinking here? Tags Grayson. Uno and Grayson now. They're the ones with the advantage. They've got Nick in their corner as Grayson picks him up on his shoulders. Grayson, huge forearm strike. A discus forearm. Shoutouts to the to the late great exalted Brody Lee with that one. As now he throws him across the ring. Does Nick. Throws him back in the corner. Big splash into the corner. Taking him down now. Nick Jackson picking him up to his feet. And Nick went for a jab. Grayson went for a forearm. Jackson, spinning wheel kick, puts him in the corner, or puts him in the ropes now. And Nick throws him out of the ring. And here comes Nick Jackson. Off the ropes. Tope Suicida. Dives to the outside, does Nick Jackson. And now he picks Stu Grayson back up to his feet. Throws him into his brother Matt. Oh, went for a moonsault. Didn't get him, though. Went for a drop kick. Nobody home. Forearm strike from Stu Grayson. Spun around. Nick. Forearm from Stu. And now Stu Grayson gets caught. Nick Jackson. German suplex. Taking him back to his feet now. Grayson kicked into the corner. Went for a tag. Did Nick. Countered. Got him with a forearm. Big knee strike. Bringing him back up to his feet now is Nick Jackson. Grabs hold of him, throws him to the corner. Throwing him now across the ring is Stu. Stu Grayson's throwing him in the corner. And Grayson tries to tag Uno. Oh, and now Nick grabs Uno. And Nick Jackson with a back body drop on the apron to Evil Uno. Splashes Grayson in the corner. Picking him back up to his feet now is Nick. Super kick. Super kick from Nick. And now he's got Grayson, but Grayson throws him over the top ropes. To Grayson grabs hold of him, throws him over the top. Cover. And there's Matt to break it up. Oh, and he kicks Grayson in the back of the head for good measure. Both men trying to get up. Uno in now. Here comes Evil Uno. Uno's going up the top rope. Uno, we don't see him fly very often. And Nick Jackson looking to punish him for it, but Uno stomps him from the top rope. And now Uno's got Jackson, picks up Nick, goes for a suplex. Nick counters, suplexes Evil Uno. Oh, and knocks Grayson right back off the apron. Grayson trying to get up on the apron. And now Nick grabs Uno, throws him in the corner. Tag made, and the Bucks gonna look for BT trigger. Cover. 1, 2, 3. The Young Bucks get the win. The Young Bucks with the BTE trigger got the win over Uno and Grayson. The Young Bucks picking up a big tag team victory tonight. And they're going to call that one too sweet. Oh, hang on outside the ring! Kyle O'Reilly jumping Stu Grayson for the Undisputed Elite. The Bucks have already won the match. You gotta think this has gotta be Adam Cole's doing, sending Kyle out here to pick up the pieces of Grayson. We have some singles action up next. We're gonna try and segue out of that one. As here comes a veteran of the industry. Here comes Serena Deeb to the ring. Serena Deeb making her way to the ring. She's going to be taking on the number one contender to the AEW Women's Championship, Ruby Soho, here tonight on Dynamite. So Serena Deeb gets into the ring. As I said, she takes on Ruby Soho. The runaway Ruby Soho making her way to the ring tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Soho last week got a big win over Hikaru Shida. She's been on winning form as of late as she's heading into Full Gear in a few weeks' time. Just 6 weeks now. It'll be the first week of, it'll be literally 7 days after WWE Bad Blood is when Full Gear will be. So that'll be, I said it the other day, it's like April 14th, something like that. April 16th. That was close. So yes, April 16th is when Full Gear will air. But right now, it is Serena Deeb versus Ruby Soho. One-on-one. Here we go. As they went for, as Soho, I think, was trying to lock up. Deeb got her with an arm drag. Deeb punches her in the face. Serena knocking her down, goes for a kick. Ruby grabs the leg, and Ruby Soho sweeps the leg of Serena. And now Soho picking Deeb back up to her feet, and Deeb now throws Soho into the corner. Serena Deeb kicks her into the corner, kicks her again. Soho goes down. Serena Deeb kicks her in the ribs. And Serena taking out Ruby. Tries to grab her now, but Ruby Soho takes out the legs. Soho taking out the legs of Serena. And now Soho working over the knee. Soho kicking the knees of Serena. Spinning wheel kick attempt. Soho gets caught. Serena Deeb knocks her back. Serena gets caught by, catches Soho. Ruby Soho's up for a suplex. She gets out of it. Soho. Back body drop. Picking her back up to her feet now is Ruby. And now Ruby Soho with Serena. Sends her off the ropes. Soho. DDT to Deeb. Picking Serena back up to her feet now is Ruby Soho. And Ruby Soho grabs Serena. Throws her across the ring. Into the corner. And whoa. Soho throws her head first into the turnbuckle with her knees. Ruby Soho fires away on that one. And now Ruby getting her back up to her feet. Ruby Soho has her up. Pulls her in. Soho takes out the legs. And now she's getting her back up to her feet again is Ruby. Ruby Soho went for another kick. Serena Deeb taking her down. And now Deeb grabs Soho, tying her up into a clover leaf. A Texas clover leaf from Serena. Trying to tap out Soho, who rolls her through. Ruby Soho now. Big drop kick connects. That was, wow. And now Soho with a chop. There's a kick. Ruby Soho knocks her down to one knee. Throwing another kick. Ruby Soho firing away. Spinning wheel kick. And a flatliner from Soho. She grabs Serena, picking her back up to her feet now. Ruby Soho with a chop. Grabs onto her. And a German suplex into a cover. One. No. Picking her up to her feet now is Soho. Ruby Soho with a forearm. Went for a forearm. Serena Deeb grabs onto her. And now Serena throws Soho into the corner. Ruby Soho gets caught. Serena gets kicked in the ribs. Soho. No. Deeb counters. And now Serena Deeb with Ruby sends her off the ropes. Serena ducks her. Goes for a kick. Ruby caught her. Ruby with a drop kick. Into an elbow drop. And went for another one. And now Ruby's caught by Serena. Ruby Soho caught by Serena Deeb. Serena taking her towards the ropes. Serena Deeb gets caught. Ruby Soho with an elbow strike. Knocking her back. There's a kick again. And another drop kick sends her into the corner. And now Ruby picking Serena back up to her feet. And Ruby Soho. Forearm strike puts Serena in the corner. There's a kick from Serena Deeb. And now Serena Deeb grabs onto Soho. What is Serena thinking? Belly to belly connects. Turns her over into a cover. 1, 2, no. Ruby Soho gets the shoulders up. And now Deeb turning her over, and Serena Deeb picks her up in a seated position. Working over the neck of Ruby Soho now is Serena Deeb, torquing back on the neck of Soho and takes her down. Picks her back up in a seated position. Serena Deeb grabs her, takes her down into a side headlock. And Soho now getting her back up to her feet. Ruby Soho's got her and knocks her back. Drop kick attempt. Serena swats her away. And Serena Deeb went for a spinning wheel kick. Soho sidestepped her. Soho pulls her in. Runaway kick. Runaway kick from Soho. Drags Deeb away from the ropes into a cover, hooking the leg. 1, 2, 3. Ruby Soho gets the win. Ruby Soho beats the veteran in Serena Deeb tonight. A big win for Ruby. Win for Soho. Wait a minute. There's the champion, Dr. Britt Baker. She just blasted Soho with the title. Britt Baker picking the championship up again and swinging for the fences on Soho with it. Britt Baker looking to send a message to her upcoming opponent. Blackout. Stomp. And the doctor sends a message. Well, we move into some singles action up next, ladies and gents, as here comes Wardlow to the ring. Wardlow last week won 2 consecutive matches against Fuego del Sol and Aaron Stevens. This week he makes his way to the ring. He's going to be taking on a legend in Broken Matt Hardy. So Wardlow, Mr. Mayhem himself, makes his way to the ring. But how does Mayhem contend with someone who is absolutely broken? Broken Matt Hardy is here. Broken Matt Hardy makes his way to the ring. He's looking to take on Wardlow. All the power to him. Here we go. This crowd soaking in Broken Matt. Matt with forearm. Wardlow kicks him in the ribs. And here we go. Ouch. That's one. Oh, he goes for another one. Matt Hardy. Broken Matt trying to fight back against Mr. Mayhem. Hardy knocks Wardlow in the ropes. Hardy. Oh, but Wardlow fights out of the corner, and Wardlow, there's a power bomb. Wardlow power bombing the hell out of Broken Matt right now. Shawn Spears again is loving it. Wardlow power bombs the hell out of Matt Hardy tonight. Giving him a few extra, it looks like, for daring to do what he just did, which was hit Wardlow a few times. As now Wardlow picks him up, and Wardlow, there's another one. Hardy writhing in pain. And Wardlow now kicks him in the ribs, pulls him in, lifts him up. Wardlow walks him to the center of the ring, and a power bomb. And just like that, it's another win for Mr. Mayhem. Wardlow with another win. It's just what he does. Wardlow gets the win over Broken Matt Hardy, continuing his reign of terror over AEW. Just imagine what happens the day this guy goes for a championship. What'd you think of that? I sent Kyle out there to help the Bucks out. The Bucks didn't need Kyle's help. Oh, come on, Kenny. Look, the Undisputed Elite were all 6 great individuals and 2 great tag teams, but we gotta all be on the same page if we're gonna rule this place. So, maybe what we need is a little team building exercise. So next week, I got it. I got it booked. It's already been made. It's gonna be perfect. You and me, Kenny, next week, we're gonna team up. Tag team matchup against the Varsity Blondes. Why would you do that? Because if we're going to lead this Undisputed Elite, we need to show everyone that we're on the same page. Don't worry. We got this, Kenny. No one is going to be able to trust each other better than you and I. Don't worry. I got your back. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the TNT Championship Open Challenge to return to Dynamite. As here comes the AEW TNT Champion. Secret no more, Buddy Matthews. Buddy Matthews has been TNT Champion for quite a while now, winning it back at All Out from Jon Moxley, and now tonight he is here. He's making another open challenge. So Buddy Matthews making his way to the ring for another TNT Open Challenge. He's defended already in the 3 Open Challenges we've had. 3? Wait, no, 2. No, 3. In the 3 Open Challenges we've had, he's defended against Shane Swerve Strickland, Aaron Stevens, and of course, a few weeks ago at Grand Slam, Team Taz finally sent Hook. Buddy Matthews has survived all of them. Who's going to accept tonight? What the hell? Oh my god. It's the entrance video for me. I made that entrance video in case anyone's curious. Ladies and gentlemen, All Elite Wrestling just became very nice, very evil. Danhausen is here. And he's dancing. Danhausen, he doesn't want the match to start yet. He's got something to say. We're going to go to Danhausen in the ring. Yes. Hello, Budweiser Matthew. Danhausen here. Very nice, very evil. I am here to challenge you for the Kaboom Championship so that I can get all the human monies. And it will be very nice, very evil. So, Matthew Budweiser, if you will put the title on the line against Danhausen right now, Danhausen wants the TNT title. You know, Danhausen, honestly, you're not even the weirdest person to come out here and challenge me for it. So, it's an open challenge for everyone. Let's do it. Well, I can't believe we're doing this. Danhausen is here, ladies and gentlemen. He's challenging Buddy Matthews for the TNT Championship. And Buddy Matthews gets him up. And Danhausen, well, he's just giving up the high ground. What? I don't know what I expected tonight when I heard we were having a TNT Open challenge. I really wish I did know what I was expecting. But now Buddy Matthews grabs Danhausen again, and Buddy Matthews suplexes him. Matthews went for a right hand. Danhausen out of the way. Danhausen into a small package. Danhausen, cover. 1, no. I'll have to be sure I don't swear during this matchup, since that could get Danhausen taken off TV. Buddy Matthews tries to grab him. Danhausen counters. Danhausen kicking him in the ribs. Buddy Matthews counters. Matthews went for a clothesline. And now Danhausen pushes him over the top rope, and Danhausen throws him outside, and Danhausen... oh, he's not giving him the high ground. Instead, he's dancing. Gets back in the ring now. He didn't want to give up the high ground. Oh, he gets hit with a B trigger. And drops him. And now Matthews turns him over, grabs the arm, and stomps the arm of Danhausen. Buddy Matthews picking him back up to his feet now. Matthews grabs Danhausen up on his shoulders, drives him into the mat. And now Matthews grabs Danhausen. Danhausen counters. Danhausen kicks out the knee, and Danhausen gets knocked back into the ropes. Buddy Matthews grabs Danhausen, pops him up. Danhausen firing back on Buddy. Danhausen countering. Danhausen, he's one of the hottest free agents in LS11 Universe. He's not officially signed anywhere yet. He now sends Matthews off the ropes. Danhausen hops over him. Not to be confused with the hit character Zanhausen or Rayhausen. As Danhausen with a hip toss to Buddy Matthews punches him in the face. Danhausen, though, when he gets serious, he can go in the ring, but Buddy Matthews with a clothesline. And Danhausen ducking out of the ring, comes back in. Danhausen gets caught with an elbow, and now Matthews. You gotta be careful of Danhausen. He might pull some teeth out from under the ring or something. I hear he's got David Arquette's teeth ready to use, as now Buddy Matthews pulls back on the neck of Danhausen. And Danhausen now getting up to one knee, back to his feet, elbow strikes, and again. And now Danhausen. Oh, what a jab! Went for another one. Buddy Matthews knocks him back. Goes for a chop, goes for a forearm. Danhausen turns around, puts him in the corner. Danhausen with Matthews. Off the turnbuckle. Danhausen into a bulldog. Takes down Buddy. And now Danhausen picking him up to his feet. Danhausen with an elbow. Buddy Matthews catches him down. Buddy throws him off the ropes. Buddy Matthews with another B trigger connects. Buddy Matthews turns him over. And Matthews now with a stomp to the arm of Danhausen. Buddy Matthews picking Danhausen back up to his feet. And Matthews, Kimura lock. A Kimura lock in on Danhausen. Buddy trying to tap him out here. Buddy Matthews, well, Danhausen rolls through. And now Buddy's got him up on his shoulders. Buddy Matthews. Well, Danhausen counters. Danhausen plants him in the mat. And Danhausen, he's going up. He's getting even higher ground. Danhausen's looking to fly. Danhausen moonsaults the back of Buddy Matthews. And Danhausen again not giving up the high ground. Buddy Matthews, knee strike into the B trigger, turns him over. And now Buddy Matthews ties up the legs. And Matthews into a bit of a modified clover leaf on Danhausen. Danhausen trying to get out of it. Danhausen pushes Buddy Matthews away. Danhausen staggers back to his feet, and Buddy Matthews, springboard forearm strike. Good Lord. I had to catch myself. I nearly swore. As Buddy Matthews, what's he going to do now? He's just standing over Danhausen, who still appears to just be laughing. It's because he's very nice and very evil, I think. As Danhausen now gets kicked in the ribs by Buddy Matthews. And now Matthews puts Danhausen through the middle ropes. Danhausen rolls back to his feet. Buddy kicks him in the ribs. Buddy Matthews. Oh, here we go. What goes up must come down. Takes him down. Into a cover. Matthews. 1, 2. Buddy Matthews retains. I did not expect to call a Danhausen match when I woke up. Buddy Matthews gets the win over Danhausen. And Buddy Matthews once again retains his TNT Championship. Buddy Matthews with a big win. Well, hang on a minute. Here comes Scorpio Sky to the ring. Scorpio Sky walking down the ring to Buddy Matthews. After that title defense Matthews just had. Matthews telling Sky to get in the ring. What's going on? Sky getting in the ring now. Hey, champ, buddy, look, I've got a lot of respect for you. You've been doing a great thing coming out here week after week, putting the title on the line. But you keep defending against these guys that don't work here. Swerve, he's a fantastic competitor, hell of an athlete. He doesn't work here. Aaron Stevens and Danhausen, though, well, that just felt like a way to say you defended the title. And then Hook, yeah, he's an up-and-comer, but he didn't work here yet. So, what I'm here to say, buddy, is that if you ever want a shot at defending that championship against an AEW original and a real challenger, then look no further. Scorpio, I was hoping you'd come knocking. Give me a week to rest up. You want a title match? Next week, you get a title match. Well, there you have it, folks. Well, this is it. It's time for the main event. The following contest scheduled for one fall for the AEW Championship. Sting making his way to the ring. Sting last week said he wanted to show MJF, teach him a lesson. And tonight, MJF agreed he put the title on the line just so he could humiliate the legend that is Sting. Darby, the current #1 contender to the AEW World title, in Sting's corner tonight. Sting making his way to the ring. Is the Stinger about to win his first world title since, I nearly said WCW, but I know my good friend JJ, head of PR, would not be happy if I said that. His first world title since TNA. We're about to find out, but he's going to be taking on the AEW World Champion, MJF. He's got FTR in his corners. Two members of the Pinnacle, Wardlow and Shawn Spears, not here right now, it would seem. I guess maybe they went out to get drinks to celebrate preemptively. Maybe went to go buy the champagne for when MJF beats Sting tonight, is probably how they would word it. So MJF, the AEW World Champion, making his way to the ring. Hang on, I think MJF just gave a signal. That's the chairman! Shawn Spears! Where did he come from? Shawn Spears! Using his chair on Darby Allin! Shawn Spears beating down Darby to keep him away from Sting! Drives a knee into his face! Wait a minute! In the chaos! Wardlow! The match hasn't started yet! Wardlow! Where did he come from? He's jumping Sting now! Darby's been taken out by Shawn Spears and Wardlow powerbombing Sting! Wardlow with 3 powerbombs to Sting and Aubrey telling him to get out of here! Are we even going to have a main event? Well, the Stinger's insisting on going. He just took 3 powerbombs from Wardlow. Darby was taken out by Shawn Spears. Sting's insisting on going. Oh, he dodges a knee strike from MJF. Sting gets punched in the back, and MJF. Oh, God. Sting has a history of neck issues, and MJF is just going after his neck immediately. Wait for a knee strike. Sting has MJF, who counters MJF. Uppercut to Sting. Forearm strike puts him in the ropes. And now MJF tying up the arm. Sting goes down. MJF kicks him down. And now MJF. Sting's in a 4-on-1 situation right now. Wardlow got sent out by Aubrey Edwards after the power bombs. But Sting, he's insisted on staying in this one. He punches MJF in the face. Something I'm sure all of us have wanted to do. MJF getting out of the ring. Now MJF, he's still got FTR. And Shawn Spears in his corner. He hits Sting in the neck again with a knee strike. Sting back to his feet now. Sting. Atomic drop to MJF. And again. MJF writhing after the atomic drops. Sting now picking it back up to his feet, and Sting went for a clothesline. MJF with a forearm puts him in the ropes. And now MJF tying up the arm again. Sting goes down. MJF with a headbutt. MJF goes for a kick. Sting turns him around. Atomic drop again. And now Sting, he gets caught. MJF gets caught by Sting now, and Sting, oh, he takes him down. Sting goes out to the leg. Stinger into a cover. 1, no, MJF kicks out. Sting is not at 100% right now. You know his back's got to be killing him after 3 consecutive powerbombs from Wardlow, and MJF is capitalizing on it. He's frequently attacking the back and the neck of Sting. Remember, a neck injury we thought was going to end Sting's career back in 2015. MJF just wiping his boots and saying he's done. He grabs Sting now, and MJF kicks Sting in the ribs. MJF. He's got Sting. MJF carrying him in a powerbomb position. Carries him towards the ropes now, and MJF. Stun gun into the ropes. And now MJF into the first cover for handling the matchup. 1, 2. Sting gets the shoulder up, but just barely. You see Dax Harwood is loving it. Oh, there's a right hook from Sting. Sting. Oh my God. Sting. Scorpion Death Drop. The Scorpion Death Drop, but Dax Harwood. Dax Harwood arguing with the Stinger, and MJF is laughing. MJF. Sting's going to go for the cover. 1. No. MJF kicks out at 1. MJF, I think he knows he doesn't even need the help, but he's just loving it as he hits a jawbreaker on Sting. MJF gets caught into an arm drag. Sting. Whoa. Tried to grab MJF again. MJF punches him in the back. And now MJF kicks him in the ribs. MJF grabs Sting, and MJF with Sting. Powerbomb! Sting struggling as MJF clotheslines him in the back. And MJF now slides under the ring. MJF. Oh, he's got Sting's bat. The baseball bat, the legendary weapon of Sting. MJF, is he going to get himself disqualified here? Oh, Sting chops him. And now Sting going to the legs. Sting tugging at the legs of MJF. And there's a kick. And Sting standing over MJF. They're going to his feet now. Is Sting. Sting with a kick to the ribs. Sting for a forearm. MJF goes for a kick. Sting drops him. Sting into a Boston Crab on MJF. And MJF takes him down. MJF goes for another kick. Sting. Oh, gets caught with a jab. MJF spikes the arm. MJF with the bat again. Oh, and Dax. MJF uses the bat behind Aubrey's back. Somehow she didn't figure it out. MJF using Sting's bat against him. MJF. Oh, he gets caught. Sting throws him in the corner. Sting went for Stinger Splash. Oh no, Salt of the Earth. Salt of the Earth is in on Sting. MJF with Salt of the Earth in on the Sting. Sting is in trouble. MJF pulling the arm of Sting, trying to pull the arm out of socket. Sting is writhing in pain right now. MJF trying to break the arm. You already had the Pinnacle help you. You don't have to take it. We already thought we lost Sting's career once. You don't have to do it again, MJF. Not again. Sting is feeling the pain right now from MJF's Salt of the Earth armbar. He is struggling. He is fighting. He is writhing. Trying not to tap out here on the old home of WCW on TNT. MJF pulling back on the arm now. Sting. It's over. It's over. Sting forced to tap out. He tried to hang on. But MJF taps out Sting. The Salt of the Earth was enough to put down the Stinger. Your winner, and still AEW World Champion, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. MJF. MJFU. MJF gets the win. The Pinnacle handing him a win over Sting, dismantling Darby. Thank you all for watching Dynamite tonight. I've been Xander, and that was Dynamite.